exercise, oh, I know that's like not a four-letter word, but it's like close sometimes. However, I have the magic guy on, and he's going to tell us about those abdominal misconceptions, but how we can get a nice flat tummy. So I cannot wait, because we have Professor John Lewis on. Great to have you on with us again, John.
It's good to be back again, yes.
So you're the author of a book which I especially love called The Non-Exerciser's Guide to Nourishing Your Soul's Journey. The non-exercising guide being, because your exercises are all very doable, very, you know, kind of into your regular routine or something almost.
Yeah, you kind of want to integrate your activity with the types of movements that you are kind of more familiar with. That's a lot of exercisers tend not to think about. They're like, oh, I have to go straight into it. So in my book, I try to break it down into small incremental aspects. And today we're talking about your midriff. So
I love it. So brushing my teeth does not count as exercise.
No.
Okay, darn. Okay. So this, you know, this, because I think is, you know, I don't care who you are, whatever you're going through, you know, to have a flat stomach can be really difficult, because I don't know whether it's belly fat or whether it's just muscle things. So what are some of those misconceptions about abdominal muscles and?
Well, the abs are a mesh, unlike the other parts of the body. We have a Ken doll here.
Oh, it's Surfing Ken with us today.
And our body has these hinges, hips and knees, and we also have pinch points at our elbows and knees. The ab is the only region that has a mesh-like area, and it has no bony structure. So unlike moving your arm, where you get a lot of movement and activity on it, the abs just
sit there.
Sit there. But also on the internal part, the organs without exercise, get really soft and distended, and they push out. So if you're eating foods that are very, I guess, makes the intestines inflamed, the belly starts to really push out.
Which is interesting. I had an uncle who was a big beer drinker. And I mean, yeah, he had what they call a beer belly. But it's that kind of a thing, I guess, where what you're eating
is pushing
makes
it
your
out.
insides, you know, respond.
Push it out.
Okay,
Yeah. So one of the things we want to do is actually think of it as abs on a run and abs on the take.
Okay, on the run, got it, okay.
When you have abs on the take, again, the abs want to, your muscle memory isn't really wanted to grab hold. You haven't had practice on it. You haven't had any utility use with it. So what I'm here to do today is just demonstrate how you can achieve that with very small incremental aspects to get to the other side, to abs on the take. Because most of the stuff that's out there is about abs being very athletic. And most of the people aren't.
Okay, so unless you do specific things, it's not going to work.
Exactly.
All right, so where do we start on getting stomach muscles happy?
Let's start with my little chin chuck here. This is what I call a little chin chuck. You can place it underneath the chin, and I'm going to demonstrate on the ball how we can start.
Okay.
Well, there are 5 little things you probably want to know. And one is to learn the isometric hold. Now, everybody has heard of to sit up straight, right? Yes. But on a ball, we want to be able to hold our stomach in place. Now, that may not seem like a lot of exercise as far as movement, but believe it or not, the abs are contracting internally.
To hold that pose.
To hold that pose, just isometric hold. Now, the next thing you want to do is what is called a negative. I'm going to use my little chin chuck here, place it on my chin, and I'm going to do going backwards instead of just front. Go backwards.
Okay, I can feel my stomach muscles contracting just watching it because it would, you know, that balance thing.
Exactly.
Wow.
And it's on the ball because it allows you not to use the hard surface as a stabilizer all the time, because the abs is a mesh. And like any mesh, it can catch a lot of things. So we want to kind of like keep it tense and go down.
Wow. Now, how many times a day would we have to do something like that?
Well, the next thing you want to do is make sure you have what is called aerobic frequency. Aerobic frequency allows your stomach internally to use all the hormones and the gases and the things that are in your stomach to kind of like assuage themselves, keep the fluids from bulging out and getting bloated.
Okay.
So we want to do a little bit more cardio, maybe only 12 to 20 minutes. Not like a full hour all the time.
Does the mesh, you know, does it contract and get stronger or what?
As you get muscle memory. As you get muscle memory. This is, again, I'm showing those for who do not have muscle memory. They're abs on the take. Now,
Okay, that would be a lot of us, I'm really
if you have
sure.
abs on a run, then that's when you see everybody crunching, okay, and then doing full sit-ups all the time, trying to do 1,000, 2,000
Yeah.
abs a day. That is not really, that's more performance-based.
Okay.
And to get the stomach really flat, you have to put all these concepts together. Isometric holds, negatives, aerobic conditioning,
Right.
foods that cause distension. You see all those come together.
Okay, so you have to. But
Yes.
the five, you have like 5 wins though. So this is, do we count this as 2?
Yeah, 4.
What, 4? Oh, there's 4.
We have the isometric hold,
Okay.
okay, and then the negative, which is coming down. It's going backwards.
Okay.
And you can have people hold your feet, your kids.
That's good because you're so great. I refuse to do this. I get to see myself falling off the ball.
But again, I'm just supporting just like this.
And you can feel. I mean,
Yeah.
I know you can feel that just by the angles.
You can feel my body just like slightly vibrating.
I'm
just that.
sensing it.
And then the negative. The negative is the most hardest, but for those who do not have muscle memory, the negative is going to do the most work.
Okay, so what are the short codes on these? Because you always have short codes to make this easy for us to remember.
The short codes are like endurance sets. So once you start to approach the proficiency on it, you do more repetitions. So from 10, you go to 20% more, 12. From 10 to 12, you go to 20% more. You go to
Oh, wow.
15.
Okay, okay.
So that gives you a progression and a target to shoot for than just random numbers.
Do you have to have a ball?
No, you can do this on the floor as well.
Okay.
Have someone hold your feet. You can
Oh,
hold my
okay,
feet.
just so they don't come up. Okay, come on back up here. How can people learn more about this?
Well, you
Where
can come to my website, the Non-Exerciser's Guide, and I'll have all this in a PDF
Fabulous.
for you to
I love
download.
It. Clean socks, you know, the surfer Ken, the ball,
Kindle.
you name it. Thank you, Professor John Lewis, fitness expert. Thanks for
Thank you.
joining us.
Yeah.
Oh, my stomach feels tighter already.